You're addicted to your phone, but it's not really your fault. Today I want to talk about how you can escape this peril, this state of endless content, and how you can stop over-consuming and start doing the things you actually want to do. Experiencing things like you were when you were a kid again. This is entirely possible and you can achieve this. It is all within your control. So, try to stick with me. I'm going to make this a very low stimulating video. You can watch my dog in the background, you can watch me, you can close your eyes if you want. That is okay. So, let's walk through very briefly, simply, how you can reclaim your attention back to doing the things you want to do more than not. First things first, when you were a kid, what did you think? Like, you did stuff clearly that you enjoyed. You didn't just scroll on your phone all day, probably, if you're watching this video now and you were a kid before. But you didn't really think. You just went and did things that you thought were gonna be fun. And yeah, maybe you wanted a slushie at the end. Maybe you were looking forward more to the slushie than the thing you were doing. Maybe. But there is definitely a time where you were not thinking about scrolling on social media and the good feelings it gives. And you were just thinking about doing the thing you wanted to do because it was enjoyable. And my protest, I guess, is that you don't have to block any apps, any social medias. You have to put time limits on these apps to escape them. Yes, these things can help, but blocking the app, putting a time limit on the app, it is ending as a temporary solution. Yes, it may work. It may help a lot, okay? So if you want, go try it, go do it, because it can help a lot. But at the end of the day, if there's blocks and limits and those things that are stopping you from accessing the things you are addicted to, if they go away, so does your shield, your invincibility, your invulnerability to these things. So, how can we, as humans with our attention, divert that attention that we have absolute control over at the end of the day? How can we use that to go towards more positive things that we actually enjoy instead of scrolling on social media? And the answer that I've come up with is that we need to find a better distraction. We need a better focus. That focus is different for everybody. So this video cannot tell you what to focus on directly, but that is the best part of this video. Telling you that you are in control and telling you that you have to pick your own focus. Maybe that seems daunting and overwhelming, but don't worry, it's not as difficult as you think. Picking your own focus is actually much easier than someone telling you what to do because you don't have to think as much. Maybe you have to think less, and that's actually pretty hard. But really, what you're trying to look for is what are you curious about? What are you interested in naturally? And what would you like to learn more about? Not like what's on your For You page and what you're curious about comes next in that, but what are you genuinely curious about learning on a deep, intrinsic level that would just be fun to know more about? Like, you don't have to improve. You're not trying to go for a goal always. You can. There's nothing wrong with those things. But what would you be perfectly enjoying just thinking and learning about? And that seems weird for someone coming from social media all of the time. I know. Okay, I know. It's been me. Sometimes it still is me. Life is just basically a recurring cycle of trying to get back on track. Back on track to where we want to go. And the more we can get back on track, the more we're going to get to where we want to go. If you fall off the track, if you go on social media, if you do things you don't want to do, it's okay. It's okay. It is really okay. But most of the time, if you're focusing on what you really want out of life, it's going to bring you back to what you're curious about. It's going to bring you back to doing the things that you are intrinsically curious about. And that is what I'm trying to lean towards as a solution to scrolling endlessly, as a solution to doom scrolling, as a solution to missing out on the life outside of your phone because the one inside this little black rectangle is so encapsulating that you forget that real life is much, actually much, 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 much more enthralling. It's much more enjoyable. And there's real people there. There's connections. There's different things you can learn about. There's faucets of knowledge that have probably been untapped for centuries, or at least for your whole lifetime by you. You haven't tapped into everything, have you? And how much more fun, amazing things is there to learn about? Well, pretty much infinite. Pretty much infinite. And content is only getting more infinite on the internet. So, in this day and age, the best thing I think we can do is to curate our experience, to curate what we learn and consume based on what we're actually interested in, not based on what is algorithmically served to us. If we don't pick what we're interested in, if we don't choose where we're directing our attention, it'll be choose for us. If it's choose for us, it's not really going to be that, it's not going to be that fun. It's going to be incentivized, if it's choose for us by the algorithm, to keep us on our phones, not to keep us enjoying our lifetime. Big stark difference there. Sure, maybe you can enjoy your lifetime a bit on your phone. Why not? But if the incentive is just to keep you on your phone, so these companies that are serving this content to you can keep making money, that's not optimized for you. It's just not. It's not for you. Like, the algorithm is for you. Yes, it is very effective. It is very good at giving us content we want to watch and not leave. But it makes us feel bad. It makes us feel rotten. And I don't think it is the ultimate thing that us humans are going to be looking back on as our saving grace. So, instead of self-destructing today, instead of impending your own doom by scrolling on social media, consider following your curiosity. Consider choosing what you consume and curating your experience. Start maybe by taking a walk. That helps to get the stimulation levels down. At least I know it does for me. Or pick an active curiosity, like go play some tennis or whatever interests you. Okay, don't do something that doesn't interest you, especially in this regard. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna go back to social media scrolling. So find something that captivates you, that really makes you think, wants to make you think, and follow that. That's what I would do. Anyways, you may have to sit with some boredom. You may have to do a little bit less thinking to get there and a little bit more doing. So I love you guys. You can check out Curiosity Quench. It's an app I've been making to help people do what I just said. It's linked out in the description. This is like the 274th day I've been making it. But that's it for today. I love you guys. Take care. Pet your dog if you have a dog. Or if you don't, I don't know, go pet a stranger's dog. Dogs are cool. Maybe you're a cat person. Go pet your cat. Maybe you're a fish person. Go feed your fish. Alright. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.